Whether I was right or wrong about the name of the boutique, it's not important. What's important is that I have told the truth to the best of my ability. My aunt wants to nitpick and demonize and say that if I get the tiniest thing misspelled or misspoke, that it proves everything's a lie. She's afraid to accept the truth because it would shatter her entire worldview of her sister and her mother and me. She doesn't want to view me under the shadow of what I actually went through growing up. She wants to view me as a spoiled, entitled child that she has always viewed me as. And she can't do that if she accepts the drinking problem that my mother had, the drug problem that both of my parents had, the abusive nature of that household, and even the abusive nature of living with my grandmother, which was a completely different type of abuse, but was abuse nonetheless. I'm trying to move past a lot of things. And it would be a lot easier if I didn't have my own family pushing back against every statement that I make, everything that I say. Kathy wants to keep saying that I don't understand there was a world and there was a life before I was born. I do. Can she understand that there was an entire life happening in that house that I grew up in that she doesn't understand? Because she was not there. She did not see it. And when me or my mother spoke about it, she did not listen. Because she had so much happening in her world that she did not care. And now she feels like it's being forced down her throat, and it's not. I'm telling my story because I need to get it out of me. It's not meant to hurt anybody. She's taking offense to it because it is offensive to her, because it is offensive to her worldview. There's nothing I can do to make this easier for her, but it's not right for her to continue making it harder for me. As for the question of if I had head lice that long, I would look really sick. If any of you are able to find my yearbook photo from 2003 when I graduated, I do look very, very sick. And I joke, and I've joked ever since, that I look like a vampire next to the other two kids on the page, because I'm at least 5 shades whiter. And it wasn't just because I didn't go out in the sun, because I don't go out that much now, and I still have color. Back then, if you saw the picture, you'd understand. It genuinely looked like I was a vampire. I was so pale. And the reason for that paleness was because I was anemic from years of head lice. It's not a joke. This is not something that I've just made up. I've mentioned this before. I shaved my head just after I got married because I wanted to get rid of them. I got married just out of high school practically. I may not get every memory perfectly right. When you go through a lot, you forget things. Things get twisted. Sometimes you remember things as you're remembering other things. They just come back to you in a rush. And it doesn't mean that you're making these new things up. They're just being unlocked by the other new things that you're remembering. I just want my family to leave me alone. If they want to come into my life in a form of healing, to speak to me honestly, to show any love or compassion or caring or help. But if all they're going to do is put me down and belittle me and make everybody else hate me, why would I want them to be a part of my life? I've proven the name of the shop at this point. Kathy said that was all I had to do for her to leave me alone. So I am begging that at this point, my maternal aunt, please leave me alone and allow me to heal and move on with my life, even if that means continuing to speak about my life and my life experiences. I'm not doing it to hurt you. I'm doing it to help myself and other people who aren't strong enough to speak out about these things, but need to hear that other people have gotten through them.